Welcome to Finance Series with Oyekemi Ajayi. I am going to be talking about building a business that lasts. Very interesting topic, right? Many people aspire to start a business, but only a few of them build something that outlives them. We've even seen instances where a business is existing, however, the units or departments in their activities are centered around key people within the organization. I'm going to be talking about how to ensure that your business is well structured in a way that you are building an institution, in a way that activities can go on rather than being centered around key sets of people. Follow me as we go into this round of presentation. Thank you. When we talk about businesses that last, we are looking at growing a business that can endure market cycles, that can endure transitions in leadership, technological disruptions, and even changes in consumers' expectations. Now, what are the things that we need to look at to ensure that the business that we are creating or that we have created can outlive us as the leaders or business owners? The first point is that a lasting business is built on purpose and not merely profit. Profit is essential, yes. As an investor, I would also want the business to grow. I would want the business to be profitable. However, a business that is founded solely on the pursuit of profits will struggle when challenges arise, meaning that organizations that endure are driven by clear mission. They solve real problems, they create value and improve lives, not just focus on buying and selling or providing services to make profit. So what I'm saying here is that when purpose guides strategy, resilience follows naturally. Because remember, things will change, economic patterns will change. We always say a company has to be adaptable. When all these things happen, would your business continue to survive? So we are saying that what I'm saying here is it's not just for you to focus on profit, but it's for you to ensure that what is driving your business is the end goal, your mission, what you are looking to achieve as a business. The foundation of every enduring enterprise is centered around value creation. Now, when we produce goods and services for our customers are not just buying those products, they are buying solutions. Now, every business must understand that a genuine need, customers have a genuine need, and you must be looking at how to address this need consistently so that you can always have repeat customers. Based on my research and experience, I've understood that businesses that remain relevant for decades, they continuously reinvent themselves around the evolving needs of their customers while they remain faithful to the core of their purpose. So you cannot take out your core purpose from the service offering that you are delivering to your customers. Both has to go hand in hand. And when you do that consistently, you would be able to generate more profit. Now, equally, it is important to note that the quality of leadership is extremely important in a business. The big organizations we see today, the great organizations we see, are not built by extraordinary individuals alone, but they are built by an extraordinary team. As a founder who is seeking to do everything, you realize that you yourself as the founder will become the bottleneck to growth. And the reason is because everything in the business is centered around you, the founder. By the time you are looking to scale, you are looking to bring in investors and expand the business, it becomes an issue because most of these investors who are bringing capital do not want to invest in a business that is centered around a particular individual. When you look at it as a team, even for an established organization, we have departments and units where activities are centered around people. You need to also build your team in a way that they understand that it is an institution that is being built. The business is an institution. Empower them in a way that they can make decisions, subject to, depending on how the organization is, but they should be able to have some level of empowerment that they can make decisions on, not necessarily having to wait for the founder or the head of the department to make those decisions. That way, you are supporting the organization in achieving its objective and also ensuring that leaders have a say. They are able to, and the leaders and the team are able to carry on the objectives of the business, as the case may be. So what I'm saying in essence is, as a team member, as a team player, things shouldn't be centered around 1-2 people, or particularly one person in an organization. There has to be structure such that if those key people are not around, things can still flow. You don't have to wait until those people are around before activities can go on in an organization. There is competition out there in the business world. If you are not swift in responding to your customers, they are moving to the next business that is available to respond and provide the solution that they require. So what I'm saying here is that, one, your business needs to create a culture of accountability that builds an institution. And secondly, the strongest businesses are those that make excellence a habit rather than an event. My next point is on disciplined governance. Businesses that scale sustainably establish principles from the beginning. Not when there is a problem, you now establish principles. No, it has to be from the beginning. And the reason for this is because strong governance creates trust. And trust is very important when you're dealing with your investors, your employees, your customers, your regulators. Once trust is earned in a business, it becomes one of the most valuable assets that that company can possess. Another hallmark of enduring business is the ability to think beyond immediate gains. One of the things I've seen from my experience is that sustainable enterprises invest in people, they invest in innovation, in infrastructure, and in relationships, even when returns are not immediate. Continuous learning is also key. Like I said earlier, markets are evolving, technologies change, consumer preference also shifts. So the moment a business believes it has nothing to learn, then it begins to decline. But the next thing we'll look at is there are people behind these businesses. People are the ones who carry out these activities on behalf of the businesses. So what it means is that your team members must be well established. They must continue to learn. They must be hungry for knowledge. They must be adaptable and be able to think of new solutions even as the world of business is changing. In some way, the businesses that last are not necessarily the ones that start with the most capital or the ones that have the best connections and the fastest growth. The ones that last are those that are resilient, those that create value, those that develop people, businesses that uphold integrity, and businesses that remain committed to a larger vision than themselves. I hope this has been very impactful, and I hope you've been able to get information on the various things you can put in place to help your business last. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and do have a great one.